Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Yes, Ritika, Calvin, Surabhi, good afternoon. Yes, Robert. And today we are starting with a new topic that is the biological classification. Okay, so second chapter of your biology class 11th. Okay, so what is the basic idea of classification is the very first topic that we learn from this chapter. The very basic idea of classification. So, as per your idea or your what thought, what is classification? What is classification? Come in very fast. For example, we can classification means grouping. Grouping is what is the basic idea of classification. Grouping into different categories. So different categories refers to on the basis of different criteria. That is what is meant by categories. Okay, whether it is, for example, in case of plants, tall plants and short plants, like that, different autotrophs and heterotrophs, all different classification or different criterias. Grouping of organism under different criteria is known as what? Classification. Okay, we active in the chat box. That's why there is a lag. So there are two types of classification, that is the ancient classification and the modern classification. After giving a short idea, we will go with these slides. Okay. Ancient classification refers to the classification by Aristotle, and Theophrastus. Aristotle and Theophrastus refers to ancient classification. And modern group of classification means there are three types of classification: artificial classification, natural classification, and phylogenetic system of classification. Okay, is that clear? So the artificial system or the utilitarian system of classification is proposed by a scientist known as Linnaeus. Natural system is proposed by Bentham and Hooker. Phylogenetic system or evolutionary descent is proposed by Enkler and Prandtl. Enkler and Prandtl. Is that okay? Comment me. Fine. Okay, Pratipa, Sarva, Shrutika, then yeah, Robert. Okay. So we said that the two types of classification, the ancient and the modern system of classification, and the first or the ancient classification by proposed by Aristotle, and it was the earliest attempt of classification on a scientific basis. Okay, on the scientific basis, the classification Guru Shivani, you are writing not clear, sir. Listen to my audio and just connect it with my writing. Okay. Okay. So Aristotle classified the plants. He just classified the plants into three: trees, shrubs, and herbs, and animals into two groups, that is, with red blood cells and without red blood cells. With red blood cells and without red blood cells, as anemia and anemia. Anemia and anemia. Wait, make it clear for you. Okay. This is about Aristotle's system of classification, and it's not much important. The important point is that he made the first attempt of classification on a scientific basis. Okay, the most ancient system of classification. Next is the two kingdom classification. All these kingdoms of classification comes under the modern system. Okay, so the two kingdom of classification was proposed by a scientist known as Linnaeus. Two kingdom class system of classification was proposed by a scientist known as Linnaeus, and he classified organisms into two kingdom, that is kingdom Plantae and kingdom Animalia. Bookmark it. Two kingdom system of classification proposed by Carl Linnaeus. Okay. The drawbacks of two kingdom system is that prokaryotes and eukaryotes were included under plants. Okay, based on the presence of cell wall. According to the presence of cell wall, he classified all the prokaryotes and eukaryotes under kingdom Plantae and included all unicellular and multicellular organisms in the same group. They did not differentiate heterotrophic and autotrophic. All these are less important. That's why I'm moving fast. Calvin, it's not our issue because I have a device near me and it's working properly. Is there any buffering? Okay, fine. Okay, Robert. Robert, you are yelling. So, modern system of classification. First, we have discussed the two kingdom system of classification, and this two kingdom system of classification was proposed by a scientist known as Carl Linnaeus. Okay, and after this two kingdom classification, now we are studying in this chapter, we are going to study about the five kingdom system of classification. So after this two kingdom system of classification, then what should come after two kingdom system of classification? Next comes the three kingdom system of classification. Anyone knows that who proposed this three kingdom system of classification? Anyone come in? Three kingdom system of classification was proposed by a scientist known as S. Ritika, Ernest Haeckel. Ernest Ernest Haeckel. So this is the scientist who proposed the three kingdom system of classification. So in two kingdom system of classification, organisms were grouped under two kingdoms known as the Plantae kingdom, Plantae, and kingdom Animalia. Okay, and when it came to three kingdom system of classification, three kingdom system of classification included another kingdom known as kingdom Protista. Okay, is that clear? So this is about three kingdom. Just have a glance for neat examination. All these are important. Who found two kingdom, three kingdom. Next we move to four kingdom system of classification. So who proposed this four kingdom? Four kingdom system of classification was proposed by, come on me. Yes, Ritika. Four kingdom system of classification was proposed by Copland. Yes, Guru, Sarvat, Robert, everyone correct. Four kingdom system of classification was proposed by a scientist known as Copland, and first two kingdom Plantae and Animalia, three kingdom Plantae, Animalia, and Protista, and when it came to four kingdom, a new kingdom arrived, and that was kingdom Monera. Yes, Sridhika, Monera. Kingdom Onira was the new thing that was included, or the new kingdom that was included in four kingdom classification. So two kingdom Carl Linnaeus, three kingdom Ernest Haeckel, four kingdom Copland. Next is the five kingdom system of classification. Five kingdom system of classification was proposed by a scientist known as R.H. Whittaker. R.H. Whittaker proposed the five kingdom classification. So the five kingdoms are included in his classification were Kingdom Monera, Kingdom Protista, Kingdom Plantae, Kingdom Animalia, and the new one that is Kingdom Fungi. Okay, so according to different criteria, he classified all these in different groups. So certain criteria such as cell structure, thallus organization, mode of nutrition, reproduction, and phylogenetic system relationship is all these are certain criteria under which R.S. Whittaker classified or grouped those organisms. Is that clear? Write it in your notebook. Write it in your notebook. Cellular structure, thallus organization, mode of nutrition, reproduction, and phylogenetic system. Okay. On basis of the cell type, he classified organisms as prokaryotic and eukaryotic organisms. Prokaryotic and eukaryotic organisms. He classified Monera in prokaryotic, Protista eukaryotic, fungi eukaryotic, plant eukaryotic, except Monera, all those are eukaryotic organisms. This is 2016 study. So we will learn all these in detail for different kingdoms. Okay, that's enough for an outline for five kingdom classification. Next is the six kingdom classification. Six kingdom classification was proposed by a scientist known as anyone? Sritika, what happened? Six kingdom classification was proposed by a scientist known as anyone? Sritika, what happened? Yes, hi Dishno, Sarvat, yes, exactly. Carvus. Okay, six kingdom system of classification was proposed by a scientist known as Carl Woese. No, Sritika, it's not Thomas Cavalier. It's not. It's no. It's not Thomas Cavalier Smith. No. Six kingdom was proposed by a scientist known as Carl Woese, and he differentiated organisms on the basis of cell wall, and he included Plantae kingdom Plantae, kingdom Animalia, kingdom Animalia, fungi, Protista, and the two new things that were formed is archaebacteria and eubacteria. Archaebacteria and eubacteria. So kingdom Plantae, kingdom Animalia, fungi, Protista, archaebacteria, and eubacteria. This were the classification under sixth kingdom. Okay. So he differentiated this archaebacteria and eubacteria on the basis of the material of cell wall. On the material of cell wall, this Carl Woese differentiated this. Okay, so this archaebacteria and eubacteria. The cell wall of archaebacteria is made up of a material known as pseudomurin. I will write it here. Pseudomurin. Okay, cell wall of archaebacteria is made up of a material known as pseudomurin, and the cell wall of eubacteria is made up of a material known as murin or peptidoglycan. Okay, so this is the difference. Pseudomurine means the false murine, and eubacteria consists of the true murine or the peptidoglycan. Yes, Jishnu. Okay. Next is the seven kingdom system of classification. Seven kingdom system of classification. It is proposed by scientists. Who is the proponent? Who is the proponent of seven kingdom system of classification? Cavalier Smith. Okay. Cavalier Smith is the proponents are the proponents of seven kingdom system of classification, and the new kingdom included was along with the six kingdom classification. A new kingdom included was kingdom chromista. Kingdom chromista. And this kingdom chromista consists of the diatoms, oomycetes, and certain protozoans. All those we will learn about in detail of all those components: diatoms, oomycetes, and some protozoans. Okay, and we are gonna learn in detail about the five kingdom system of classification. So the five kingdom system of classification, he grouped organisms into monerans, protozoan, protists, uh, fungi, plantae, and animalia. Okay. So, learning in detail about monerans. Kingdom Monera. Is everything okay till now? Two kingdom, three kingdom, four kingdom, five kingdom, six kingdom, and seven kingdom systems of classification. Okay, is that clear? Yes. Okay, Robert. Okay, Shraddha. Fine. Starting with Kingdom Monera, and Kingdom Monera, as you know, means bacteria. Kingdom Monera includes all the bacteria. So they are the most abundant microorganisms. Bacteria are the most abundant microorganisms found. Hundreds of bacteria are found in a handful of soil. They live in extreme habitats known as hot springs, deserts, snow, deep oceans, and many of them are parasites. So general characteristics of bacteria first we are going to discuss. After this, just have a glance at all those things, and after that we will discuss each and every point. So the shapes of bacteria. Bacteria are of four types: coccus, bacillus, vibrio, and spirillum. So spherical shaped bacteria known as cocci, rod shaped bacteria or bacillus. Okay, comma shaped bacteria known as vibrio, and spiral shaped bacteria known as spirillum or spirilla. So all those shapes are also shown in this diagram. Then the structure of a bacteria. Their structure is very simple, but they are complex in behavior and show metabolic diversity. And nutrition, type of nutrition, they are autotrophic, but majority are heterotrophic. Some bacteria are autotrophic and majority of bacteria are heterotrophs. Okay. Where is the mouse? Yeah. Classification of bacteria. Please wait. Before that, something you should write. So now we are going to discuss the general. Please call my name. Maleshapa Bailwat. Very good. Awesome. Okay. So general characteristics of Kingdom Monera. They are unicellular and colonial. They are unicellular and found in colonies or as a group. That's known as colonial. Okay. They have nucleoid or incipient nucleus. Nucleoid have nucleoid or incipient nuclei. Please write it. All these are important points for need. Have nucleoid or incipient nucleus. Cell wall is made up of peptidoglycan. So what does this peptidoglycan composed of? Abhisar, why are you not replying my messages? Arihant, it's not the place to solve your issues. So Amid's Amal. It's not Abi. Okay. So cell wall of this monomerans are made up of peptidoglycan. And what is included in this peptidoglycan? What are the components? Anyone? Cell wall of peptidoglycan. Cell wall is made up of peptidoglycan and peptidoglycan composed of amino acid and sugar. Both amino acid, both amino acid and sugar contribute towards peptidoglycan. Exactly, Surabhi. NAM and NAG. Peptidoglycan is composed of NAM and NAG. NAM means N-acetyl muramic acid. N-acetyl muramic acid. Let me write it. It takes time. Okay. Write it. Very important. Peptidoglycan is composed of. Need question. N-acetyl muramic acid and N-acetyl glucosamine. Glucosamine. Okay. So N-acetyl muramic acid and N-acetyl glucosamine. Next point. Membrane bound cell organelles are absent. There are no cell organelles that are membrane bounded. No membrane bound cell organelles. Okay. Presence of another important point, very important point, presence of 70s ribosomes. 70s ribosomes are present in monomerans. 70s ribosomes are present in monomerans. And next we have discussed some monomerans are autotrophic and majority are heterotrophic. Respiratory enzymes. Respiratory enzymes of monomerans are associated with plasma membrane. Respiratory Write it. Respiratory enzymes of monomerans are associated with plasma membrane. Any doubts? Any doubts? Plasma membrane. Okay. Reproduction of this monomerans is asexual. Asexual shows asexual mode of reproduction. Okay. Okay, Shraddha. So these monorails are unicellular. All these are very full of theory. This chapter is full of theory. Okay. So you should by heart each and every point. Very important chapter. Unicellular colonial have nucleoid or incipient nucleus. Peptidoglycan. Cell wall is made up of peptidoglycan, and this peptidoglycan is composed of NAM and NAG. NAM means N-acetyl muramic acid, and NAG means N-acetyl glucosamine. Respiratory enzymes are associated with plasma membrane. Reproduction is asexual. No membrane bound nucleus. 70S ribosome. Presence of 70S ribosome. Some of them are mode of nutrition, some are autotrophic, and majority are heterotrophic. All these are the important points of general characteristics from monerans. Is that clear? Next is classification of monerans. Okay, one exception is there before that. One exception is there in case of cell wall. So cell wall is made up of peptidoglycan in case of all monerans. We discussed like that. Cell wall is made up of peptidoglycan in case of all monerans. But in case of certain prokaryotes, such as cell wall is made up of cellulose, certain prokaryote, cell wall is made up of cellulose. And the example of such prokaryote is that Acetobacter acetogenum. Okay, Acetobacter acetogenum. I think most of the things I say are out of NCRT. Anyway, all these are important. Okay, so all watching, please comment me. I don't know what's wrong to dislike this session. I saw one dislike for this session. Okay, anyway. So this is the exceptional case. Mark it important. And if anyone need more example for this exceptional case, please ask in Telegram group. Okay, fine. Classification. Bacteria can be classified into four on the basis of shape. First criteria is on the basis of shape. On the basis of shape, bacteria can be classified into cocci, bacilli, vibrio, spirilla. Spirilla. Okay. Cocci means round shaped bacteria. Okay. Round shaped bacteria are known as cocci or coccus. Bacillus refers to rod shaped bacteria. Okay. Vibrio refers to coma shaped bacteria. Okay. And spirilla refers to spiral shaped bacteria. Okay. So these are the spore shape. Sir, handwriting is not clear. Oh, nothing more important in this. Just understand with the theory. Okay. I will try to improve it. Since I'm using my mouse, it's like that. I'm not using pen. Of bacteria. One is on the base of shape and other is on the base of flagella. If you need any spelling, you ask me, I will dictate it for you. And is there any issue for you in learning all this in advance? Do you need any advance? Do you like to study like this in any advanced manner? Position of flagella. Comment me fast. Time is going. Are you able to follow with this? Comment me fast. This classification on the basis of flagella, position of flagella is not there near NCRT, and if you need, I will say, because one term of this is coming in plant kingdom. Yes, okay, Pradeepa, Shraddhika, Shraddha. Okay, fine. So, on the basis of position of flagella, bacteria can be classified into 5 types. That is Etricus. Number one is Etricus. Any doubt with spelling, you can ask. Okay, Etricus. Second one is Lophotrichus. Lopho. Lophotrichus. Okay. Third one, it is Monotrichus. Monotrichus. Fourth one, it is Amphitrichus. And fifth one, it is Peritrichus. So on the basis of all these terms, we can classify or we can group bacteria on the position of flagella. Etricus refers to, if this is a bacterial organism, this is a bacterial organism and known as Etricus. Means no flagella is present. No flagella is present. Write it, Etricus. No flagella is present. Lophotrichus, a tuft of flagella on one side. A tuft of flagella on one side, that is known as Lophotrichus. Monotrichus refers to only one flagella. Only one flagella. Okay. Amphitrichus refers to flagella on two sides. Flagella on two sides is known as amphitrichus. Peritrichus refers to flagella all over the body. All over the body of bacteria, flagella is present. Is this clear? This is the 5 classification on the basis of position of flagella: Heterotrichus, Lophotrichus, Monotrichus, Amphitrichus, and Peritrichus. Okay. Fine. Next, and this is classification on the basis of nutrition. Another classification on the basis of nutrition. Bacteria are classified as autotrophic and heterotrophic. Autotrophic bacteria can be classified as photoautotrophic and chemoautotrophic. First is autotrophic and next is heterotrophic. Okay. So autotrophic bacteria can be classified into two: photoautotrophic and chemoautotrophic. Photoautotrophic means in the presence of light, and chemoautotrophic means in the presence of chemicals. All those are clear from the term. And examples: Write it. The examples for photoautotrophic bacteria: green sulfur bacteria, green sulfur bacteria, purple sulfur bacteria, purple sulfur bacteria. And I will stop this topic with this today. Okay. Yes, Shraddha. And bacteria, sulfur bacteria, all those are phototroph, photoautotrophic bacteria. Okay. Next is chemoautotrophic. Chemoautotrophic means non-green sulfur bacteria, non-green sulfur bacteria, and non-purple, non-purple sulfur bacteria, non-green sulfur bacteria, and non-purple sulfur bacteria. 2018 NEET question. This is 2018 NEET question. Question. Okay. So heterotrophic. From heterotrophic, we will learn in the next class. Okay. Within 15 minutes after the start of tomorrow next session, we will finish this morning runs. I hope to finish so, and I'm giving detailed explanations. Okay. Yes, Radhika. Heterotrophic has parasitic, saprophytic, and symbiotic. Saprophytic, parasitic, and symbiotic. All those we learn in the next class. Okay. Is this clear? Are you understanding with all these topics? Studying this not is enough for all the examinations. I promise. Go ahead with all these advanced notes. That's enough for all the entrance examinations. Pradeepa, okay. Okay, fine. So if you like this video, please do not forget to hit the like button. And any doubts, you can comment in the comment section. Subscribe if you are not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel. Subscribe it right now and do share it with your friends. And it's me signing out from your favorite and my favorite. Bye point, and thanks for watching. And this is the end for today's class. Hope you all like today's session and comment it in the Telegram group. How was today's session? If you need, I will post the notes of today's class. Do you need that? How many of you need the notes, and how many of you practiced yesterday's MCQs from Living World? Have posted some MCQs, and how many of you practiced that to yesterday itself? Yes, sir, we need. Okay, okay. Surely I will post. And please copy it. It's very effective. Okay. Notes during the time when I studied. It's my own notes. How many of you practiced the MCQs of Living World? Shraddha, Shivani, Pradeepa. Only three have practiced. Only three have practiced the MCQs. Robert. Okay. Fine. Okay, it's time for me to leave, Surabhi. Fine. So, how was the class? Give a remark. Feedback now. How was the class? Was it fine? Is all these advanced lectures, are you able to follow with the notes? Since we started, it's not issues. Study whatever I taught. Each and every examples you should write in a separate. An example sheet you should write. Okay. Very interesting. Nice. Okay. Thank you. You should write examples as an heading and all these separately. Examples of photoautotrophic bacteria. Examples of chemoautotrophic, like that. We just started only, so it's not pro issues. But when we move on to further kingdoms, lot of examples are there for lot of classification, and it may create a lot of confusion. Okay, for example, in case of fungi itself, there are huge classifications and examples. So write it separately and start from today itself. Okay, 2021 and 2022, I hope both are here. So 2022 batch more focus, and 2021 also watch it, very important, and you can use it as a revision for your entrance examination 2021. Okay, so start your preparations, work hard these 2 years, and you can achieve a great score. And it's me signing out from BioPoint. So bye everyone. So hope you will prepare well. It was my first class. Okay, fine with me. I'm leaving. Okay, I have one more class at 4 p.m. That's all. Okay, bye everyone. Ending today's live session. See you in the Telegram group.